If you've joined Videosocials, you know that we give each other feedback. And this is what I wanted to talk about today because it is feedback and not criticism. Why do we do this? Hi, I'm Mark Bullock, the co-founder of Videosocials, and I developed our EASMS, energy, appearance, et cetera, et cetera. And for the purposes of helping direct you, especially if you're not used to giving feedback to others, as to the different areas that we want to talk about. And I've done other videos on that, but I haven't really talked a whole lot about the difference between feedback or evaluation, as you would have in a Toastmasters meeting, or critique. In other words, criticism. So at the core, we don't want to give a bunch of flowery attaboys, et cetera, and that's all there is. But we as human beings, generally speaking, are acknowledgement deficient. In other words, we don't get enough acknowledgement for what we're doing. And in the fact that we can not give flowery, not give praise when praise isn't due, those types of things, but the more that we can be supportive and acknowledge what we see doing well, that's really the place to start. When we see somebody that really did an exceptional job at something, they look great today, their lighting was excellent, whatever it is, that we acknowledge what went really well. So that's the place to start. When it comes to how they could improve, again, this is not a critique because we're not professional critiquers. We're not professional judges. And oh, by the way, who likes to be criticized? Nobody? Yeah. So we don't need criticism from each other. We don't need to be critiqued. As a matter of fact, most of what we can provide is our opinion, and that can be valuable, and it gives people different perspectives. But it is our opinions, is why we often say there is no should. You should have done this, or you should have done that, because that's completely from your perspective, and that's you telling somebody how they should redo it based on how you would do it. It's not your video, it's theirs that you're giving them feedback for. So you might consider what the phrase that I just used. You might consider a different way. You might consider doing something, adding this or taking that away, as an example. So it's suggestions for how you might improve or how it might be given a different perspective, as an example. It's definitely not framed as a criticism, though. It is a, you did great, and here's how you did great. And here's some areas that you might consider doing something a little differently. Hope you found this valuable. Again, Mark, co-founder, Videosocials.net. Have a great day.